What are GDP and GNP? And why can a country look rich on paper, but regular people still feel poor? In this video, I'll explain it in the simplest way possible. Let's imagine there are three families: Family A, Family B, and Family C. Here's the question: which family is actually doing the best financially? To answer that, you first need to know how much value each family produces in 1 year and how much money that value turns into. So how do we measure that? We look at GDP. GDP is just a number that tells us how much value is created in 1 year. At the family level, GDP means how much stuff that family produces and sells in a year. At the national level, GDP means how much value is produced inside a country's borders in a year. That's it. So when you look at GDP, you can tell whether an economy is strong or weak. But here's the key thing most people miss. GDP measures value created inside a place, not how much wealth actually belongs to that place. Sounds confusing? Let's go back to the three families. Family A. Family A grows potatoes. In 1 year, after costs, they sell their potatoes and make about $300,000. So we say Family A's GDP is $300,000. Simple. Family B creates $500,000 in GDP in 1 year. Here's how they do it. $200,000 from growing potatoes. They also rent out their land to an outside company that builds a potato chip factory. And Family B even works at that factory. That factory makes $300,000 in profit after materials. After paying wages and land rent, the company keeps $100,000. So on Family B's land, $500,000 of value is created. But here's the reality. Family B only actually keeps $400,000. The other $100,000 goes to someone else. Family C. Now this one is interesting. Family C's land produces $1 million worth of value in a year. Sounds amazing, right? But here's what's really happening. Family C only rents out their land. They also work as laborers on their own land. The factory produces goods and sells them. After material costs, revenue is $1 million. The factory pays Family C $200,000 for land and labor. The remaining $800,000 is taken away by the factory owners. So yes, $1 million of GDP is created on Family C's land, but Family C only ends up with $200,000. Now look at this carefully. Family A only creates $300,000 in GDP, but all of it belongs to them. Family C creates $1 million in GDP, but only keeps $200,000. So you see the problem. High GDP does not mean high wealth. It only means a lot of value is being created in that place, not for the people who live there. And the same logic applies to countries. A country's GDP is not the wealth of that country. It's the value created inside its borders. Who actually owns that value? GDP doesn't tell you. For example, let's say a German company like BMW makes $10 billion in profit inside the US. That $10 billion is counted in US GDP, but the money goes back to Germany. It doesn't stay in the US. So when you see a country with high GDP, you can't automatically say that country is rich. All you can say is that country produces a lot of value. If it's producing value for someone else, that doesn't help much. That's why a high GDP means the economy is strong, not that the people are wealthy. Now, at this point, you probably already understand what GDP really means. GDP simply stands for Gross Domestic Product, total value produced inside a country. Nothing more than that. But then comes the next question. Out of families A, B, and C, who is actually rich? This is where GNP comes in. Let's add one more detail. Family A. Family A has a son working overseas. Every year, he sends home $500,000, so Family A now earns $300,000 from potatoes plus $500,000 from abroad. Total income, $800,000. This total, money earned inside and outside, is called GNP. Family B also has a son working overseas, but he spends $200,000 overseas and sends nothing home. Family B earns $400,000 at home, but loses $200,000 overseas, so their GNP is only $200,000. Family C's son tries to do business overseas. He loses $100,000. Back home, Family C earns $200,000, but after the loss, their GNP is just $100,000. Now, look at the real picture. Family A, $800,000, Family B, $200,000, Family C, $100,000. Clearly, Family A is the richest. Yet, if you only looked at GDP, Family A looked weak, while Family C looked incredibly rich. That's why GDP can be misleading. To truly judge wealth, we look at GNP. GNP measures total wealth owned, including profits and losses from abroad. Hopefully, after this video, you now clearly understand what GDP and GNP really mean, and why a rich country doesn't always mean rich people. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more short videos, and I'll see you next time.